Jai Hind, Namaskaram. Welcome to another episode of RV with RR. This episode features Captain CDNV Prasad, Colonel Srinivas, and Ajitesh, son of Colonel Srinivas. I mean, it's a privilege for me to have an interaction with three of you who have undertaken a 191-day transoceanic journey in a 34 feet yacht. I mean, for me, or for most of us, I think it is something unimaginable. But you have achieved it. So, I mean, we wish to know more about your adventure. Okay, before you get to that, so just let's go back, you know, 50 odd years, and tell me the background of your joining school. First, Prasad.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I joined school in 1971. It so happened that my father had heard an announcement on All India Radio about Sainik School, Korkonda. So after hearing it, he visited the school in 1970 to know more about our school firsthand. And he had two choices. One was Rishi Valley School and the other was Sainik School. Totally two diametrically opposite ways of schooling a child. So he chose Sainik School, and based on the input given at school, I had shifted from my village school to Guntur in 1970, and I did my fourth standard there. And from there, I joined the school, 1971 June.
Okay, Srinivas.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Hi, good evening. Yes, circumstances of joining school.
Yeah, my father was posted in a village in the 70s, and then again, similarly, he got to know, and we really don't know how they got to know these things. And I was, in those days in village schools, we were getting double promotions, and we kept going. So in the small school, we were bright students, so they thought, yes, they can do that. And he told me about this exam. And he put one of the school, my maths teacher, as a tutor, Mr. Anjanelu, as a tutor for this one. And in the last 1 month, they said you need intensive coaching for joining the Sainik school. I was taken to an institute called Vidya Vihar in Guntur a month before the exam. So that is a residential thing. So he put me there, and then he left. And the same night, I ran away from there. So my uncle's house was close by. So at night, before joining that one, my dad made the mistake of taking me to that house, which was close by to the Vidya Vihar. And then I knew that place. Then we went to the Vidya, and then I ran away. And then it was realized that I'm not meant for that hostel and all that. So, he tried 2-3 times, but never. And I took that exams, the practice exams which were there, which was, I was pretty bad. If you remember, we were supposed to do 100 problems in 15 minutes. And all that. I could barely touch, I think, 50 or something. So, and then, of course, the principal and all, they said, okay, this year he can't do it. So let him get used to it. Next year we'll try. I said, okay. So that's how the thing happened, and I continued to back to my village, and my same math teacher coached me. And since I was to take the exam from or coached in Guntur, my exam center was Guntur, and I still remember that incident during the exam. Our exam was in the medical college. Mm-hmm. And the medical college had the lab and all that with water fountains and all that. So you as a kid, I think we were not even 9 years, I think, when we went for that exam. So I opened the tap, and that whole tap water came in, and my clothes got wet before the exam, first exam. So, went out totally wet, and my dad immediately bought a pair of clothes from the nearby shop, changed me, and again sent me back into the exam hall. And I think they're all destinies. I cleared the exam for however it was. I just cleared the exam and then got into school. So my memories about preparation was running away from that hostel thing, and then getting wet in the medical college during the entrance exam, and then surprisingly I still cleared it.
So which place are you from, Srinivas?
I'm a native of a place called Nekkalu near the present Amravati area, the capital area thing. Tulluru, most people now know because the core capital is located there. It's about 2 kilometers from Tulluru.
What about
So,
Prasad?
So I'm from Mangalapuram. It's near Chalapalli, Krishna district.
Oh, okay. So any one incident you can narrate which you can vividly remember from school days?
Yes, sir. That was my housemaster. I remember our housemaster Kotai Garu teaching me how to tie a shoelace. That was how much they groomed us. How much when we joined school, how innocent we are. We didn't know even how to tie our shoelaces. So that was how much involved our teachers were with our grooming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. How about you, Srinivas? Any
the same teacher. We were in the same house actually. Me and CD were in the same house, adjacent beds. Okay. So my thing is, I was homesick even after joining Sainik school. So my dad left me, and then he was going, and again tried to run away from Sainik school. Then Mr. Kotaya, got hold of me, and I think first 2-3 days, then Mrs. Kotaya actually, she made me sleep in her bed only, like a mother. She treated me and all that. Then within 2 days, probably I've developed affection for them, and probably felt at home after that. Thanks to them, actually, Mr. Kotaya and Mrs. Kotaya, that I probably remained in the school, and I lost out of. I didn't miss home much after that. Actually, they looked after me well. So that's one. And then after that, of course, we have our own nice adventures. I remember in the 6th class only, we had these mangoes and all that. As a kid, we're trying to make mango pickle. We made mango pickle in our 6th class. Me and my classmate Parbate and all that, we cut and all that thing. I still remember making mango pickle in class 6 in our thing. Then, of course, when in the later years, there are more, many incidents which are memorable and which have left, indelible marks in our life. Like, in the 11th class, our all thing, go to Vijayanagaram and get back and all that. So I was caught by the housemaster, Mr. B.V. Lu. And then he sort of put me up to the headmaster, Mr. Commander M.T. Abraham. And again, the same thing. This guy won't clear the ND exam and all that. I was actually an average student only. So, and he said, okay, I'll sort him out. Then he sent him away. Then M.T. Abraham gave me made me sit actually. I was surprised. He made me sit, and then he gave me a talk, and then, for whatever reason, I got motivated by thing, and something which he instilled in me that yes, the other people are not trusting that or having belief in you. So, but I am sure that if you want it, you can get it. So that sort of a motivation was fantastic actually. And after that also, he was new. So he was trying to build up our English speaking skills and other things. A lot of new things that he started. So that later, he used my name as a character, as a student character was always Srinivas.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, and M.T. Abraham actually again left a very, impression that actually carried me through. That then really put our head down and studied just to disprove the housemaster, and we could clear the exam. So these are two very, impressible images. Getting in and getting out of the school.
Yeah. So what was life after school, Prasad?
So after school, I joined NDA in 1980. Same Srinivas, and we joined together. I consider our principal, Commander Chaudhary and Commander Abraham, They were instrumental in ensuring higher number of cadets joining NDA during their time.
Mhm.
Uh, After NDA, I had joined Navy, and from then on, I was in the Navy.
Okay. What about you,
Like
Srinivas?
mine is been a slightly deviational path because I cleared for the 60th NDA, then rejected medically. Then I had flat feet, so I was rejected. Then 61st again, I was rejected medically. 62nd also gone. So then I had to appear for the 12th. My batch was the first batch for the 12th
Yeah,
class.
right.
So a quick and no, because going for two SSBs and all that missed out a lot of schooling actually. So crash courses of sort of a thing given by teachers and friends and all that. So cleared 12th. Then fortunately I got an admission into BITS and paid the fees also into BITS Pilhani. There was no entrance exam in those days. There was a dual. I didn't get the engineering, but there was that dual thing, MSc and then engineering combination of thing, dual program. I got it. But then again, that's the thing of being away from home for too long made me decide not. After getting the confirmed seat, also made me to join in the nearest college that was ever. They opened a engineering college, Siddhartha Engineering College at Vijayawada. So I decided I'll not go too far, study close by only. Joined Siddhartha Engineering College. And then during that time, the college was on strike. So I got my fourth attempt. I got a call. Then you know that if you can't be going for the same army SSB twice. You'll not get your ticket price, reimbursement. So we had to opt for the third one. I opted for Air Force, and I went for my SSB at Mysore.
Okay.
So I never thought. I mean, SSB clearing was I had already cleared a couple of times, so there was no problem. I was very sure medical won't clear. So after clearing PABT and SSB, we were sent for the Air Force Medical. So in the Air Force Medical, they cleared me for Army. So that was quite surprising, though I didn't expect it. But they cleared me unfit for Air Force because I was having specs. My vision was weak. But they cleared for Army. So I immediately came back, withdrew from the engineering college, and then joined India after that.
Which course did you join?
63rd course. I joined in the fourth attempt.
Okay, 63rd.
Yeah,
Okay.
63rd. Yeah.
That's great. Okay, so now let's come to the main part of the chat today. That is, how did you get the idea of sailing after retirement and at this age? You had some experience of sailing, I believe, Srinivas.
Yeah, me and CD both, in NDA, we have these hobby clubs of
Yeah.
Wednesday and Saturday. We used to have the hobby clubs.
Peacock Bay, yeah.
Yeah, Peacock Bay. So I think in our fifth term, I think, or sixth term, we had the sailing we had chosen as the hobby. I think in the sixth term only. And there we both got into the boat at the same time and learned a bit of sailing. Somehow it was not formally taught in sailing. They just gave you a boat and said, go. And we started sailing. Yeah. So that's how it happened. And I think, CD, if I'm right, it was CBK first we started, I think. And then the Enterprise.
Yeah. So, of course, what about you, Prasad?
So first, as Srinivas said, I learnt sailing in NDA. As a naval cadet, I had sailed on sail training ship Varuna. It's a square-rigged ship with two masts and mizzen, and we sailed from Bombay to Goa way back in 1983. We had about 6 naval cadets on board and 22 Sea Cadet Corps cadets. And the special thing was Admiral Avati sailed with us to Goa on this ship. It was his last day in service.
He is a great man, no doubt about that. He is a great man. Yeah.
So we sailed from Bombay to Goa and back. That was one of the first offshore sailing I had. Later on, I sailed in off and on. I used to keep sailing on whaler sailing also when I was in Cochin. And 1998 we participated. I think Srinivas and me, we participated in two different boats. That was Kingfisher Offshore Rally from Bombay to Goa again.
Oh,
That
okay.
was Seabird.
Mm-hmm.
And another occasion was we sailed from Porbandar. Again, Srinivas, his son, me and my daughter, and one more Air Force officer. We sailed from Porbandar to Goa on a 40-foot production yacht.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that was that was the major offshore sailing I had.
Offshore, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Off,
About 5 days, I think that was it.
Yeah,
yes,
see,
5 days.
but Prasad, I can understand being in Navy, sailing would have been, I mean, much easier compared to Srinivas. So, how did you continue your
Yeah.
sailing with
So
Srinivas?
we, after IMA, I opted for EME because, again, Secunderabad has got sailing. So when I used to come on chutti, I used to watch sailing, EME sailing. Then, so I got EME the choice. And when we came back for degree course, so CME, of course, was quite good at encouraging people at sports.
Mm-hmm.
So I shifted to laser class in CME.
Mm-hmm.
And then while we were at CME, we first planned, our seniors planned an expedition from Bombay to Cochin in the seabirds. So
Mm-hmm.
that was the first time my offshore experience started. This was, I think, in '86.
Mm-hmm.
So first time I participated in that is of course not very much on offshore. We don't really call it offshore in the present terminologies, but out to the sea we went. And I sailed from Bombay to Goa at that time. That leg of sailing I did, and that was the first exposure. And then, of course, the 3 years of degree course I've been sailing, and I've been into competitive sailing for lasers, and won medals also in that. But then after that, I got a chance to. I got posted in Bombay in '94. In
Mm-hmm.
army, when you get to sail only when you're posted where there's facilities there. I never had. So once I finished off my degree and all that, went for other things. '94, I got posted to Bombay. That's when we had again the Seabird, and I had an access to sailing. So our EME has got our own Seabird. So it was sort of I was OAC for that boat. So whenever I got time and did a couple of sorties from Bombay to Goa. And that actually made me pretty happy doing that thing. And then in continuation of that, I've been to Antarctica. I remained in Bombay. I went to Antarctica, came back to Bombay. I was on study leave, and I was sailing. So that was the time when the EME wanted to do an expedition.
Mm-hmm.
And the secretary of the EME Sailing Association requested me that you sailed the maximum in our Seabird. Why don't you train our team and all? I said, good, I have all the time. So I trained about almost 30, 40 EME personnel, officers and men. And then we took 4 seabirds and sailed from Bombay, Cochin, Mangalore, Kadmat, Kavrati to Cochin. So that was a long trip. So, which again, excited me both training as well as doing that, offshore sailing. That's a proper offshore sailing. Though it was in seabird, not really meant for that, but we enjoyed doing that sailing. So
Mm-hmm.
after that successful expedition, then EME wanted to do round the world in 2003.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of efforts were being made and all that. And suddenly, when I was in the EME directorate, our senior colonel command came and told me that a lot of effort was going on to this one, but it's not moving forward. Would you like to be the skipper of the expedition? I said, if there are many seniors, but there's no problem. I have no problem in being the skipper. So that's how I came in as a skipper, and we trained again with the Navy for some time. We borrowed their boat, the small yacht, which was there. What is that name? Samir. We sailed in Samir, and then no, that's how again. But then expedition didn't happen on the world. So when then again the interest came in when me and CD sailed from Pondicherry to this place. So in between, in 2007, I had an accident, major accident, a parachute accident. So I was physically, quite down. I had 5, 6 spinal injuries and that one. Not very sure I would be walk. Thank God I'm fine now.
Oh.
So then the interest revived when after the sailing from Porbandar to Goa, and that in continuation, then we decided let's do something better after retiring. So that's how we, slowly graduated to taking up a challenge of a much bigger
So
thing.
that means
And now that we had time,
you were in touch with sailing. I mean,
I have
Srinivas,
been in touch on and
have
off,
you been in touch with
not
sailing?
continuously, but on and off. Yes, I've been in touch with sailing. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So when did you retire, Prasad?
So I retired in 2019 and
2019.
just before COVID.
Oh, okay. And what about you, Srinivas?
I retired in 2016.
2016. Okay. So, okay. When did this idea of, sailing in a yacht and, when did that, how did the idea germinate?
Okay, it was during that 2018 Golden Globe circumnavigation race. It was held in 2018. So most of us followed that race quite closely. During that time, I came across these junk rig boats
Okay.
and junk rig association based in United Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
So I took up a membership of this association in 2018 itself.
Mm-hmm.
Subsequently, once I retired, it became a full-time obsession actually to find a suitable boat for offshore sailing.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that is how it started.
And I think the final, foundation or whatever the concrete idea of let's do it is, I think, when we met for the class reunion at Vizag, I think.
Oh, okay.
Admiral Pawar organized a class get together. That's when we made further plans. Actually, yes, let's do it. Sort of a thing came up.
Yeah, that
Okay.
was in 2018.
18, end of 18,
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
how did you locate Tystie?
We had been tracking this since I had joined this junk rig association. So I used to scan their website for these junk rig boats which are coming up for sale. So along with that, online there are a lot of websites where they advertise sailboats for sale. So almost it has become a daily ritual for scanning the boats. Daily ritual.
Obsession, huh?
Obsession.
Yeah.
Obsession. So we scanned almost about in that 3 years, 4 years, almost 300 boats.
Oh.
And this Tystie was a special boat which is purpose built for ocean sailing by a short-handed crew, 1 or 2 crew. And it had already done about 80,000 nautical miles in that 20-year life. It has gone to Alaska. It has gone to all over the place. Almost it sailed
Greenland,
all
Iceland, yeah.
It has sailed in almost all the oceans, including Tasman Sea.
Yeah.
Any boat which can sail in Tasman Sea,
Can sail anywhere.
it can sail anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is how we.
That's because it's more there are a lot of disturbance in that sea, right? Rough sea, right?
Very rough, Tasman Sea, yeah.
It is always rough. Tasman Sea is always rough.
Okay.
Most of.
So finally, you located Tystie, I believe, is a blackbird in Ireland, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes. Name of the Tystie is a blackbird, a small bird.
Yeah.
It's a sea shore bird. It's a marine bird.
So once you located, what happened? Then you contacted Srinivas, or how did it happen?
Okay, Srinivas.
We were in constant touch, and we were examining various things. We used to share, we used to see. It's not the only boat that we have seen. We have seen many boats. So we used to keep sharing the thing, and then we used to keep on reviewing various things. Yeah.
So both were basically obsessed in buying a yacht.
Beg your pardon?
Both were obsessed in finding a yacht, right?
Yeah, but I'll say CD has spent much more time in finding the yacht than what else. So if you had seen 10, probably I would have seen 2.
Okay, so when did you spot this finally?
finally we spotted, we have been tracking that boat for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
3 years,
In these
yeah.
3 years, it has changed hand twice.
Oh, okay.
Owners have bought it and sold it and bought it again.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
So, the last purchase was in 2021. So
Okay.
that the previous owner had kept it for almost 2 years plus, 2 years, 3 years plus.
Okay.
In that 3 years, he's upgraded the boat. He has worked on the boat, worked on the sails. He has stitched new sails to it. He has done work on the hull. He's
Mm-hmm.
done a lot of things. He brought it up to uh, sailing standard.
Okay.
That is when we had a ready-made boat,
Yeah.
which is almost ready for sale.
Yeah.
And
Safe to say.
we didn't have to do much of this. Normally, what happens is when you buy a boat, you do a lot of TLC, a lot of upgrades, lot of repair. Sometimes you may have to change the sails. Sails itself will cost about 1/3 of the cost of the boat.
Oh.
Changing sails. So we were fortunate that way that we got a boat, a dream boat actually.
Mm-hmm.
It was a dream boat.
It's a very safe boat. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So, are you comfortable talking economics? I mean, is it okay to talk about economics, or you?
And the broad figure, like it's common. If you want to say that, how much it has costed us to bring it here, it's about over 1 crore. Like,
No, no. What is the cost of the boat? Are you comfortable talking
see,
about cost or?
there are multiple figures in it because different things have costed differently.
Okay.
Boat cost, then the taxation costs and money transfer costs. So there are a lot of things. So which will be too tedious to be talking about.
Yeah,
And,
rough ballpark figure.
Yeah, ballpark figure is about 1 crore.
How much?
1 crore.
1 crore. Okay. So, okay, now you spotted the boat. You both are on board for taking it. So, what happened next?
So we got our visas to New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
By the time we actually decided on picking the boat in February.
Mm-hmm.
From February to April, we processed our visa application. We got in touch with the owner, trying to know the intricate details of that boat.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any work required to be done? All those things happened in those 2 months. By April, by April 7th, we were in New Zealand.
Okay.
April 7th, 8th, we were in New Zealand. As soon as we reached New Zealand, the owner was waiting for us in near our accommodation. He
Okay.
was so eager to sell it.
Okay.
So it took us almost about 7 to 10 days
Mm-hmm.
for us to do the sailing.
Mm-hmm.
Two sorties. The owner had taken us
Very
on
short sorties.
board.
Okay.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
brief sorties. Not we can't say ocean offshore sailing. It was
Just about, I think, 2-3 miles maybe.
yeah.
Okay. Just like a trial run, huh?
Yes, trial run.
Yeah, basic
Yeah.
introduction to this introduction to sailing of junk rigs. Junk rig sailing is slightly different
Okay.
from other sailing. So we had no exposure to junk rig before stepping on board.
Okay.
Though we had known the boat and we know what it's capable of, but actually hands-on training we didn't do. We haven't had any.
Yeah.
So that those 2.5 sorties were the ones which gave us introduction to junk rig sailing.
Okay.
And
Actually,
within
he
a
was
month,
supposed to have taken us, come along with us in
yeah.
the negotiations before we went to New Zealand. He has promised us to be with us for almost 15 days continuously and make us more comfortable in sailing the Tystie. But, he had some other commitment which he shouldn't have taken, but he's taken up, and then he left us high and dry. So we were all to ourselves, we were waiting for him to come. And then we weren't too comfortable taking her out on our own. But when the time was, getting away, we planned to start on the 1st of May, but he didn't turn up. So when it became about after 14th of May, then we said it's too much, let's leave. And we just left after that. And we learned a lot of handling Tystie by ourselves.
Okay. So, I mean, like even before you got complete familiarization with the boat, so you took a chance to take her to the sea, right?
Yeah, that is a big chance to take because the weather, weather window is very limited. See, and New Zealand was getting cold, so we initially had a plan to sail her from Opua to Auckland, and there, there is a farewell plan and flagging off was all planned and other things. And we were after this guy come and all that. This guy kept on saying weather is not good, weather is not good, not suitable now and all that. So somehow we didn't sail that. Our training sortie, which was supposed to be there from Opua to Auckland, a 2 days sail, that didn't happen. So, but they said, okay, we'll learn. No, we have sailed other boats. Let's sail this also, and then we just took off from there.
That's crazy.
That's a big chance we had to take.
Yeah.
Fortunately for us, it was the start of sailing season.
Oh, okay.
Sailing season starts in June, May. And it
and
goes on
then,
till
as luck would have it, when we started, the weather was fine. The weather window was there, and the Pacific Rally was happening. So a lot of boats were going. So we thought, okay, the time is right. All the boats are sailing. We also can go. And first day it was nice. Second day, increased a little bit. I think by the 5th day, then it was testing time after that.
So you started on 13th. You started on 13th May, 14th May. 14th May. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So now that is the first adventure itself without total familiarization with the boat. So you just took a chance and took her out to sea. Okay, that's great. So as I see, there are about 4 legs in the entire journey, right? From Opua to Port Noro in Solomon Islands. Solomon Islands,
No.
Jakarta.
Opua to Suva in Fiji.
Sorry?
Opua to, we went to Fiji, Port Suva, capital of
Fiji.
Fiji.
Okay. First one was to Fiji and then to Solomon Islands, right?
In Fiji itself, then we went to other islands. We went to Savu on the northeast side of Fiji, another island. And then we came to Dinner.
Okay, so actually what I wanted to do was one of you can cover one phase, so that I think Srini, you can cover the first phase from Opua to Fiji and that, right?
Yeah, we started on 14th May when, like I said, initially first thing 4 days was beautiful weather, and then we were actually very thrilled. Chalo, now the boat is on our, we are sailing on our own, and that was the first day or first time we have brought the Tystie out on our own actually, and that was straight to going to Fiji. We never brought her out into open ocean before that. We were only sailing between the islands. So once we got out into the open ocean, there's no looking back after that. We said, okay, we're now heading straight. So fortunately, we got, didn't face rough weather in the first 2-3 days itself. So we got slightly more familiar. And before we started living on board, we were comfortable with, because we were living on board before that for almost 20 days plus. So inside the boat, living conditions and all that, we were pretty habituated to that, and cooking, sleeping, and using the dry toilet. Again, dry toilet is a very new thing that we had to learn, and cooking on board and other systems, of running the engine or something that we're reasonably familiar with. The only thing was we didn't do any sailing as in the open ocean. So on the 5th day or the 5th day, then there was a system which was, we had winds, I think, above 40 knots. And, the wave was also about 4.5-5 meter waves were there. So the first time it started blowing at that moment, we kept on, of course, lowering the sails and making it small. But even then, like for me and even for CD, we have not been into the open ocean with such big seas on a sailboat. And Tystie, we have never seen her. We are not too confident, though theoretically we know what it is, but we didn't really try her out in the open ocean. So it took us about 24 hours to get used to that. Yes, it's still a safe boat. It's getting tossed, but it's keeping her course, and we were able to handle. And we could just close the all the hatches and everything. We were inside. Inside, it felt reasonably okay, though it was rolling and pitching a lot. But inside, it was quite okay. Only when we opened the rear hatch to see what is happening outside, it was a scary scene. It's a really scary scene. You have to, it's that sort of a thing, when there is a lot of things going, just close your eyes and you think you're comfortable. So you should go back into the boat inside. But then, within about, say, 24 hours to 48 hours, we felt very confident of the boat. And we used to keep looking out. And we kept following our watch very sincerely. 4 hours on and 4 hours off. And, always monitoring what is happening to the boat, hearing to every tweak and tweak of that, which there were many, because when the boat gets tossed all over. So in between, suddenly we had a big wave crashing. The first time when the big wave went over the boat. So our hatch, the main hatch, the seal wasn't very good. Mm-hmm. So a lot of water came inside. So we thought, Abhi, our boat has got damaged or something, till we identified, it's a hatch problem, not the boat problem. So we did some forillage and further didn't come. We stopped the increase of water. But those are very scary things. Suddenly, you don't know, in the middle of the night, you find a big wave of water coming inside the boat. It really, scares the hell out of people.
Can't imagine. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And then, like I told you, we were new to this. So, and then, and when you're about 1,000 or 700-800 miles from the nearest land, and there's no other help, no other boat anywhere around you. It is a very eerie feeling, actually.
Yeah.
So, but then it was just between me and CD only, and then we used to be talking and doing the thing. But once that the system passed, and then it came to steady sailing, we felt quite comfortable. Then the next one was, after the system, there was totally low wind and with different directions. So that was again a nightmare, because the boat wasn't going in the direction.
Oh.
Even there are days where we wanted to go in a certain direction, but we couldn't. We were going in, we had to do, upwind sailing also. So that was again a lot of learning. So, and then when we started from New Zealand, for us, the whole process of handling the paper and, how to do the immigration, customs and all that, they're all new things. And everything is, we used to do in advance, go to them, meet them and, show our papers and double check, is this all right? Do you want anything else? So those guys used to look at us New Zealanders, but there's New Zealand people, for sailing is very common for them. There's so many boats. Okay, thousands of boats actually for them.
Yeah.
They have a population of 50 lakhs and they may be having over 20,000 boats in New Zealand. Okay. Yeah, in this one we are a population of 1.5 billion. Probably we'll not even have 50 boats in India. Okay. I mean, 50 must be too high. It must be maybe 20 boats.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the thing. And then, but we used to check, and there is a place in the laundry is one place where we are waiting. Like we put the clothes for wash, and then we are waiting. And that's where you have other yachties come in, and they used to talk, and and we used to discuss. Like as usual, I used to tell, everyone's surprised from India. Oh, something new for us. We were like, finance from India. And then, I remember one of the old man had given us an advice. So and we used to admit that we never done ocean passages before. So everyone was trying to give their peace of mind. And one of the best piece of advice that we got, there was a couple, 84-year-old couple, 84, 85-year-old couple. They're still sailing. They're on their boat. And then he says, I know what you are about and all that. I'll give you one piece of advice. He said, and we thought we'll really get some good lesson from him and all. And he just said, don't rush. Okay, and nothing more.
Yeah.
And such an amazing thing. We thought, me and she discussed, yes, that's true, but nothing more than that he said. But then his wisdom is what we realize throughout our passage. We cannot rush because we cannot fight the nature. If
Yeah.
the weather is bad, don't start. Just wait for it to pass.
Mhm.
Okay, we can't be, fighting the elements of nature because nature is too powerful for us. So then we really appreciated wisdom, saying that one small 2 words is given such a beautiful advice.
Mhm.
And he said, this is, I'm telling you, with 50 or more years of sailing experience, and just
Oh,
don't rush.
yeah.
Okay, that's it.
Okay.
So when we went to Suva, again, we thought we'll take about 12, 13 days to go, but we took about, I think, 17, 18 days 17 days, I think, or 16 days
Mhm.
to reach Suva. And it was quite an excitement when we, entering the first port of call. It's the first international port of call that we were making.
Mhm.
So a lot of, cheering for ourselves only, we're cheering ourselves, and when we entered. But unfortunately, when we entered on a Friday, which we thought was a good working day. But
Mhm.
for that, no, but Friday that day, for some reason, I think some festival, Jovi, it was a holiday in Fiji.
Oh, okay.
And Saturday they don't work, Sunday they don't work. So there were 3 holidays, and we're expected to be on the boat for the next 3 days. We can't get out unless the
Immigration.
biosecurity clears you,
Mhm.
customs clears you, immigration clears you. You
Mhm.
can't leave your boat.
Oh.
Okay, so then we contacted the Royal Suva Yacht Club, and they do that service for us. And then they contacted the customs. So you have to pay them their overtime charges. So they
Mhm.
came on Friday morning. Yeah, you have to pay them in cash. Okay, their overtime charges, which is
Mhm.
quite high. And they came in and then they cleared us the first day. Then when we went above and ashore, we were really thrilled. Chalo, one part is over. Now we can say, what is that? What did we call it yesterday? That we are now uh, no something yeah, rookie or what, must white something.
Uh,
The aviation term he was using, CD.
mhm.
Okay, now we are white or something. So we can have sailed from one port to an international port. So
Mhm.
that's how the thing has happened. And while in Suva, then when we were traveling around all that, it was quite an interesting experience because and then we could share our experiences through email. So what happened was when we started from New Zealand, we were in touch with Admiral Pawar right from
Mhm.
Hong Kong. When he said that what you're doing is not a small thing. 90% of naval officers even don't think of doing it and all that. It's not what you're doing, not a small thing. We should tell more, people about what you're doing.
Mhm.
Though me and CD wanted to, we never thought of advertising or letting people know. It was between us. It was a totally private, expedition for us itself.
Mhm.
But when he said it's a big thing, and then he started, write your experiences also, whatever you think, by the sitrep. Our
Mhm.
agreement was that I send him a sitrep every day.
Okay.
So slowly he said you can write your experiences also, and it'll be nice. So that's how we started exchanging mails, and I think people liked our, very in simple terms, whatever we're sharing the experiences, people liked, and the following, more people are following our trip actually. So from there, we went to a place called Savu Savu.
Mhm.
That's again a very high-end marinas were there. So we wanted to see what those marinas are like and see yachties life and other things.
Mhm.
So it was a nice, sailing between the islands and all that. We didn't sail again between the islands. So close quarter sailing was there. That was nice.
Yeah.
And from there again, we came to a place in the west of Fiji, which is Denarau. Again, very high-end, very functional, and lots of yachts there. We came to Denarau. That was our port out from Fiji.
Mhm.
So by the time we were leaving Fiji, we were pretty comfortable with handling Tystie, and because when we were sailing from Sabu Sabu to Denarau, we were passing through a lot of corals and these small islands,
Mhm.
and a lot of maneuvering had to be done between the islands, both in the night and day. That
Okay.
gave us a lot of confidence that yes, now we're reasonably comfortable with the boat. Yeah.
Oh. So basically, during this journey, you used to, as you mentioned, 4 hours watch. 4 hours
Yeah,
you
4 on, 4 off. Correct.
throughout day and night, all the 24 hours,
Yeah,
obviously.
all 24 Correct. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. So yeah, so after then Solomon Islands, you moved to Jakarta.
From Janarao, we set sail to Solomon Islands.
Yeah.
Initially, our plan was to visit Vanuatu.
Uh-huh.
But again, we had decided to do the longer sail,
Mm-hmm.
bypass Vanuatu, and then directly sail to Solomon Islands.
Okay.
Uh, the sailing was totally 100% ocean sailing again,
Okay.
offshore. And there was not much of land around, except
Mm-hmm.
for when we closed, when we were passing Vanuatu, the
Mm-hmm.
group of islands. And from Vanuatu, we had some rig problem. If we had decided that in case if we are unable to repair the rig, we may have to visit Vanuatu.
Okay.
But that didn't happen. So rig was repaired, and we continued to Solomon Islands.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that was Port Noro, Solomon Islands.
Okay.
So it was on the way to Solomon Islands. I was hurt.
Oh.
So that is when we had. By the time we reached Solomon Islands, uh, we didn't. There was a German lady who was doing our checking in,
Mm-hmm.
who helped us check into Noro.
Okay.
There we spent about 15 days around that, and we met a lot of we met two Indians priests.
Oh.
So they had been very. I think Srinivas will be able to describe our our rendezvous with them quite
Mm-hmm.
nicely. We had they made us feel at home,
Oh,
and
okay.
we had close interaction with them. They also in their Sunday prayer,
Mm-hmm.
their Sunday church, this one, they
Yeah.
had mentioned that two yachtsmen had come from India, and they also blessed us. Uh,
Okay. Mm.
yeah,
Special prayer.
quite a nice.
Special prayer. Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Special prayers.
That's the sweet
yeah,
of them. Yes, that's
yeah.
absolutely. So you were hurt
They
on the
had,
boat. You were hurt on the boat.
yeah, yeah. I was during the sailing, our mizzen mast,
Hmm.
mizzen sail, main sail
Uh-huh.
got torn. So
Okay.
I was trying to stitch it with
Uh-huh.
our mend it.
Uh-huh.
So always there are freak waves which will hit the even in a calm this one there is some freak wave which will come and hit your this one. You can't
Oh.
predict those waves.
Hmm.
That freak wave had hit our boat with such force that
Hmm.
normally when you are on deck, working on deck, you use a harness, deck
Hmm.
harness, and you lock your feet to the gunwale, the side
Oh.
of the boat.
Uh-huh.
So the movement was so sudden that instead of my torso moving,
Okay.
because of inertia, my knee moved beyond its uh,
Range.
Wait.
normal
Oh.
place, normal
Oh.
range. So
Okay.
anything more than what happened, it could have been a dislocation, I mean, proper dislocation.
Oh.
Fortunately, it didn't happen. It's semi dislocated. So even after reaching Noro, it took us 3 days to visit the hospital.
Oh.
The hospital itself was government run and very basic
Very basic.
amenities.
Hmm.
Fortunately for us, there were some interns and doctors
Hmm.
who had visited that hospital from Australia.
Okay.
So they had a look at my knee and said, we will not be able to do much here. We don't have the wherewithal to uh, uh, do the any medical assistance.
Attention, okay.
So yeah, you just they put a bandage and they said, okay, you wait for about a month so that it will settle down. Or if it settle down on its own, it is good. If it doesn't, then you next port of call you can go approach assistance, medical
Okay.
assistance. So that is how when we left Noro, Solomon Islands, and again we didn't want to stop over at Papua New Guinea because of this piracy. Lot of these yachties had advised us against visiting Papua New Guinea because of these theft cases and
Okay.
piracy and this.
Mm-hmm.
So from Solomon Islands, we directly wanted to go to Biak,
Mm-hmm.
Indonesia.
Okay.
We had two choices: either go from the south or go from the north.
Mm-hmm.
Going from the south, we had decided to go take the northern route
Mm-hmm.
and bypassing that Papua New Guinea.
Mm-hmm.
Sure enough, we had encountered a pirate vessel. And maybe Srinivas can explain that.
So you continued with that bad knee or
Bad knee till Biak.
okay till Jakarta? Okay.
Almost 45 days.
Okay.
About 40 days.
So you continue that. You continue till
Biak.
Jakarta, so that because after that then Srinivas can take over. Yeah. So how was it from that place to Solomon
Solomon
Islands to
Islands.
Jakarta?
Biak.
This
Biak.
one you were trying to tell about the father who was there in Port Noro. We met two Indian priests. One is Anil. It so happened that he's quite close to our hometown in Guntur. He's also from Guntur district. So any place we go, we would like to meet Indians and bond with them and other things.
Yeah.
So we were asking, and they said there are two priests here, and we were skeptical. The priests from India mean they could be from anywhere, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be India, such a vast country. They could be from anywhere. But then when we met and all that, and from our own district and Telugu speaking guy and all that, it was like we were really thrilled.
Oh my
So
God.
then,
What a coincidence. What a
yeah, it was a very,
coincidence also.
and it's a godforsaken place sort of a thing, but they're really nothing. So, Port Noro and Solomon Islands itself is quite backward, in facilities and other things. You'll be surprised that in Noro, that big port which is there with fishing industry and all that, they don't sell new clothes at all. Only clothes sold are used clothes. So that's so backward that is. Only used clothes from they sell. And even the fruit and or vegetables and all, hardly anything is available there. So when we went, and we have not been having fresh food for quite some time by then. So they had given us, they were having their own kitchen garden, and Indians are good, hardworking people. So with the available land around the church, they had a lovely kitchen garden and fruits and other things. So they treated us for a couple of meals at their place. Okay, and even when we were leaving, actually, they are very nice of them. Lots of lemons and kadi patta and all that they've given back with a proper hamper for us, fresh hamper, which lasted us all the way up to the next port, the Nimbu and all that. So we were damn sure we're not going to be having C vitamin deficiency after that. So they really took care, and they said, they also felt very happy because in that church they were not getting leave for the last 2 years. One priest was from Andhra Pradesh, the other one was from Tamil Nadu.
Okay.
So Anil hasn't been home for about 2 years. So when he saw, he almost felt like he was with family. And then that's how they made the special prayers they organized, and they were very proud to announce that there are Indians now who have come all the way from New Zealand. So and they felt very good, and more than anything else, we felt very happy that there's such a strong bonding between Indians in such a faraway place. So they made it feel good. So that when we went to that hospital again, we were very fortunate, that Australian doctors were there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, getting any opinion is also not possible because that X-ray was taken and they immediately sent that X-ray to Australia by WhatsApp. And from a orthopedic, they got an opinion and then they advised whatever that advice was to be given. So CD was in pain, but it's okay to sit and he could still do the thing. Only thing is that coming up and going onto the deck was a difficult thing.
Definitely.
Yeah,
There will be a lot of
that was in
discomfort.
pain. He was in pain that time.
Yeah.
So yes, when you're in pain, you have a hot. Your temper is also good. Lose sometimes. So we used to have arguments on certain things, but then that was entertainment and communication all in one. For some time we used to have. Again, we used to bond together and work together. It was nice. But then when you see your own guy, your partner in pain, the whole thing, you start feeling bad about the whole thing actually.
Yeah, and that too when you're only two of you.
Yeah, but just two of us. Yeah, nobody, one for each other, like that one again.
True.
So the piracy thing was again a very interesting thing. So we avoided going through a strait because there of the shipping traffic and other things. Then we went to the east of the strait and through a smaller island. In between the islands we went, and we were doing a good speed actually by that time. And suddenly we found a high-speed boat crossing our path and coming and stopping exactly ahead of us. About half a mile ahead of us, they stopped and said, "Abhi aa jao, like tum logo ko pakadte hain," type. We could see the whole thing coming in, and we know and discussing how it would be and all that. And it was like a textbook sort of a thing. They come and waylay you sort of a thing. And they were having arms with them. And I think there were about 7 of them in that boat. Young guys in their maybe late 20s and 30s, early 30s. So strong guys. So, and we were discussing various contingencies and other things. So, and when we saw them coming that time also, by the speed of it, we knew something was wrong. And for some time we were watching them come from the shore. And we were not too far away from the shore also. We were maybe just about less than 5 miles from shore. So they came and crossed the path, and our boat speed is no match for their boat speed. We were, normal, our boat speed is about, say, this one, we were having a favorable currents. We were doing about 7.5 knots. We started the engine also. We added one more knot. Maybe we were doing about 8 knots or something, 7.5, 8 knots, maybe. 8 knots. But our boat can probably do 25 knots. So there were no match. And there were 7 of them, youthful and strong. So we were thinking what to do. So, and we decided we can do nothing. And we have no value for that. So nothing, no gold, no cash, nothing that they can really take. But only problem is that we were also thinking they may get angry because you don't have anything also. There are instances, we heard instances even in South Africa, even in New York, wherein when you get this robbed and all that, if you don't have enough money in your purse, you get beaten up actually.
Absolutely.
Cases in the US happening because you're not carrying enough money and he's mugged you. And they got bashed up because you didn't have enough money for them.
And he wasted his effort,
Yeah. So all those things we were talking about, and abhi karna kya hai? We just wait here and let's see what happens. And then we were in our cut banyan and small shorts. So we both stood up on the thing to just say hum log hai. There are no, we sort of to tell that there are no ladies and something. So we stood up. I think when they saw us, 2 guys, gray-haired, dark-skinned, and they actually got surprised. They were expecting. Yachting means generally it is the Westerners.
Luxury, and luxury stuff, no?
Yeah, it's a luxury thing and wealthy people doing sort of a thing, and they were expecting the Westerners, Goras basically. So when they saw us, they thought we are either PNG fillers only or whatever it is. It was a shock factor for them. So they were having heated discussion amongst them. And 1 or 2 guys have put their head down in disgust or whatever it is. And they moved away. And we also stayed slightly away from them. And when we crossed them, slightly ahead, their leader, sort of waved to us, and we also waved back. And they, "Chalo yaar, bach gaya."
Okay.
So they didn't
So,
come on board. Yeah, it would have been very, very messy had they come on
yeah,
board, and
that is
whatever.
true.
Besides
And
the
you can
loss
do
of the thing,
nothing. No, you can do nothing. You don't have anything to.
you can't do anything.
Yeah,
Even just they come alongside also in those waves and all that, they can damage your boat. The
yeah,
boats
yeah.
are very delicate. So their boat comes and comes close and hits you in the thing, and we don't have fenders, while sailing, so they can come and hit your boat. Even they don't want to do a harm. Also, while boarding, also some damage can occur to the boat.
Yeah.
So a lot of ifs and buts in that, but very tense moments for over an hour. And what a relief when that we crossed them, and now when we're
Oh,
damn
yes.
sure
I mean, I
that
can imagine.
yeah, when they're out of sight and all that, it was such a relief.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Thank God. Okay. So, what next? What happened after? Then you moved on to.
We went to Biak
Uh,
basically. So there was a place called Jayapura. That was one of the first ports of Indonesia.
mhm.
So we thought we could go to Jaipura, but Jaipura you can't go because that's not an immigration port. It's not a port
Okay.
of arrival and
Mhm.
so you can't go to port. But otherwise, we thought, then we told our agent, uh, seek permission if we can go to Jaipur or something. He said, no, it's not possible. And
Mhm.
Indonesian immigration, all are pretty strict actually. So we couldn't stop. Then we were going through very low winds and all that.
Mhm.
Because it was very close. We were in the doldrum areas, basically. Doldrums are the 5-degree north and south of the equator, is
Mhm.
doldrum area. We were through that. So around Jaipura, we had to spend about 3-4 days because there was no wind.
Okay.
So we were just loitering around and all that. Then the wind came in and we kept moving. So even another incident happened between Jaipura and Biak. We were
Oh,
being shadowed by one boat in the night
oh.
from night 10 o'clock or something. That is another thing which we heard that they shadow the boat. And the boats are on mostly in autopilot in those open waters. So
Mhm.
they slowly creep up and get onto the boat
Okay.
and then try to mug you or whatever the things. So then CD is alerted if somebody is chasing us, shadowing us. So and they were keeping that constant distance. So to confirm, we steered off, about 20 degrees to the right, 20 degrees to the left for some time. But they were following us. We could make out, yes, they're definitely
Mhm.
shadowing us now. In the middle of the night, when finally the light was flashed onto them to confirm that we are still awake, then they stopped. I think 1 o'clock or something. They finally stopped. So about 4 hours they were shadowing us.
Oh.
That was again we had to be alert and double duty. Then you can't sleep.
Tension-filled moments, no, obviously.
Yeah, tension. And then we just went through that piracy incident.
Yeah.
And then we had these other thing is, those waters between Noro and to Biak, we had multiple threats actually. One is
Yeah.
the threat of the piracy. The other one is the threat of these big logs floating on the water.
Oh.
So we brushed past big logs. The all the PNG and all that become pretty lawless, and they're cutting away the trees in the forest, and
Mm.
they send through the river down to collect.
So
And some of them escape and they enter the ocean.
the
Okay, and they're
pirates
all
were
frozen.
which the pirates were of which nationality? I mean, just an idea.
PNG,
Do,
PNG.
PNG,
Yeah,
okay.
Papua New Guinea.
Papua
Papua
New
New
Guinea.
Guinea.
Oh, Papua New Guinea. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Papua.
So these, no, one is the piracy thing. The other one is the logs which are floating.
Ah, it's
There
dangerous to
again,
be
lots of near
yacht.
misses with the logs. Yeah.
Mm.
So, and you hit a log. Ours is a monohull, but I've heard of incidents of log getting in between a catamaran
Oh.
and then banging into the thing in between. Trimarans, they're getting bashed. A lot of damages. A lot of boats have reported a lot of damages because of the
Mm.
logs. Fortunately, we just brushed past them, but we didn't have a straight hit. If you hit straight, even when you're doing 4 or 5 knots, the boat can
Yeah,
get damaged very badly. So that is
absolutely.
another threat. The other threat that we had was, these shadowing of this one. Anyone can come in. So that stretch between PNG to Biak for quite some time was not very comfortable sailing. And over and above that, the wind was very unpredictable because of doldrums. It was coming from any direction that's possible. So it was switching from all around 360 degrees. It was swinging wind.
Oh.
So and total lack of wind. So and terrible heat. It was very hot. So it wasn't very comfortable. And then this guy CD wasn't well.
Yeah.
He was in pain. It wasn't a very happy sailing during in those waters actually till we reached Piak. Yeah.
So but you get where do you get the weather information from? You're on radio and you.
We have predict wind. Predict wind.
Okay.
We have a satellite link. Through satellite link, we have a predict wind.
Okay.
And predict wind gives us weather forecast.
Oh, okay. So and in case of emergency or something, you have some somewhere to contact. How do you? What is the SOS kind of a thing?
We have EPUB. We have EPUB.
Okay.
In case there is any this one.
Okay.
And otherwise, we have this email facility.
Okay.
And VHF, whoever is close by within 4 to 5 miles or 6 miles, they can hear us. Beyond that, we don't have any.
So you don't have a sat phone or anything like that?
We have a sat link, no sat phone.
Okay, sat.
We have a satellite, this one, hub.
Oh, okay.
Wherein we can send emails.
Oh, okay, okay. That's great.
So we have that device called Iridium Go on board. So that Iridium Go gives us a facility of a Wi-Fi. It's a hotspot sort of a thing where we are mobile can connect to that.
Oh,
and both from a mobile as well as there is an emergency button that we can press for any SOS button is there. That we can press. And that we used to always keep it on. That Iridium Go is always on, and that was there. And through that Iridium Go, we could even speak, make calls also. So it's you can call it in a way a sort of a sat phone, but it's not exactly a sat phone. But it's an Iridium Go set. Yeah, speech isn't very reliable as such, but you can communicate. So our SITREP to Admiral Pawar were all through Iridium Go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Over through email, right?
Yeah, through email, correct.
Yeah, through email. So when did you land finally in somewhere near Jakarta, which is that place here?
Yeah, that's Biak. So we think 24th of July we landed at Biak. And before reaching Biak, I think a call was made that CD and we will leave after Biak because we can't continue any further. Because he had another fall in between.
Okay.
In that place, so it was aggravating.
Oh.
So the call was taken that we need a replacement, and then that's how we got a replacement.
Yeah, but Prasad, we must really appreciate your endurance. That all the way with that knee issue, you could go all the way up to this place in Indonesia. I mean, tremendous. And it's not just a sitting there, no, along with your share of duties. So, for how many days was it?
Almost a month.
Oh, a month.
From the fall to disembarkation.
Okay.
Month plus.
So you used to take painkillers and all that. I mean,
no painkiller.
No
pain.
No pain. Okay.
no medication.
Okay. No. Yeah. So what happened in that place where you landed in Indonesia?
I disembarked after 2 days. Once Colonel Pradeep had joined us. By the time we reached Biak, he was already there.
Okay.
So the moment we were cleared by customs, quarantine and other these formalities, next day I disembarked.
Okay.
and they were skeptical about my genuineness of my disability. So they wanted to check with their government hospital. In fact, I had to get a letter from India saying
Okay.
that this injury, he has to be brought back to India to
Medical
take treatment,
But
medical
what is
treatment.
their problem?
But
I mean, why do you have to
they,
prove that?
yeah, the issue is that in Indonesia, they don't encourage change of crew unless it is absolutely essential. Human
Oh,
trafficking, to human trafficking.
oh, okay.
The moment I disembarked from the boat, I can go missing.
Oh, okay, okay.
So they don't want to anyone to crew change unless it is totally unavoidable
Oh, okay.
for major emergency, medical emergency or some other emergency. Otherwise,
Okay.
in normal time, they don't encourage.
So you had to go to the hospital to prove that
No,
you have
no.
a problem.
Fortunately, the moment they saw my condition, they themselves have said, we will certify that you should be changed. So they didn't
Hmm.
even take us to the hospital. The
Oh.
people doctor who had embarked for quarantine and other these ones, he
Hmm.
had certified that I be disembarked.
Oh, okay.
So from then on, I had done outgoing procedure, and then the next day I had taken a flight to India. I had
Okay.
to change four flights,
Oh my God.
and that's no through booking of luggage. So
Oh,
every time I had to just
yeah, yeah.
get my
Get down with the
luggage,
luggage again, check in, and my
luggage,
God.
and check in and all the formalities. Took me
Painful.
2 days to reach India.
With all that pain, it is more painful to travel. No?
With the thing, yeah.
That's crazy.
From the hallowed precincts of Sanic School Korukonda, where young cadets are taught to dream, to dare, and to serve, began a story that would one day ride upon the waves of the world. Among the many boys who entered those gates were roll number 1061, Srinivas, and roll number 1068, Prashad. Two young Psychorians whose friendship, born in discipline and nurtured in adventure, would one day span continents and seas. From Korukonda, both cadets marched forward into the National Defence Academy. It was there, at the serene expanse of Peacock Bay, that Srinivas and Prashad first caught the wind in their sails. Amongst drills, discipline, and dreams, a quiet passion was born, the call of the open sea. Years passed. Life, service, and duty took them to many shores, but the dream of sailing beyond the horizon never left them. And one day, long after the parade grounds had fallen dead silent, they answered that call. Colonel Srinivas nurtured this love within the EME Corps, which boasted an active and spirited sailing wing. His early voyages saw him sail a seaboard from Bombay to Goa, earn a medal in the Laser National Championship, and even be nominated as a skipper for an ambitious around-the-world expedition by EMESA in 2002, a dream that, though it didn't materialize then, never truly faded. The roots of the adventure aboard Tystie can be traced back to the long coastal sails Colonel Srinivas undertook between Goa and Bombay within the army. As retirement neared between 2016 and 2018, he and Commander Prashad reconnected in Visakhapatnam, and that dream that began in their school days was rekindled in full sail. They began a meticulous search for a yacht, something sturdy, simple and self-sufficient. It was at this crucial juncture that their Psychorian brotherhood stepped in. The Psychorean organization Lemango played a pivotal role in supporting and facilitating the acquisition of the yacht. It was an effort that combined passion, community, and a quiet pride, an entire fraternity helping two of its own, set forth on a voyage that would carry the Psychorean spirit across the sea. The research led them to an unusual choice, the junk rig, easier to manage than the traditional Marconi design and ideal for long self-funded voyages. And then, during the stillness of the pandemic, opportunity knocked them from afar. A seaworthy rig, Tystie, was found in New Zealand. After an in-person inspection, she proved perfect. They trained rigorously for a month, learning her lines, mastering her systems, and preparing for what would become a once-in-a-lifetime. 14th of May 2025, Tystie set sail from Opua, New Zealand. Her compass aimed north through the Pacific. 29th May to 15th June 2025, it was in Fiji. Suva to Savu Savu to Dinaro. After 1,150 nautical miles, Tystie makes her first major halt. From 30th June to 9th July 2025. The winds were kind, the seas demanding, and their friendship stronger than ever. But the ocean, as always, demanded respect. As Tystie neared the Solomon Islands, rough weather tested both men and machine. In one fierce stretch, Commander Prashad sustained an injury, a fracture that forced him to step ashore. It was a difficult pause in a lifelong rhythm of adventure. At short notice, Lieutenant Colonel Pradeep, a paratrooper and retired medical officer, joined the voyage. A sailor and adventurer in his own right, he brought a steady, fresh energy as Tystie pressed onward toward Indonesia.